हेलो। हाँ। हेलो।
And what's all that pink hearts and all that crap? Balloons and all. In a house. Hmm. Correct? That's it. Okay, finish. Bye. Correct? Correct? Please.
What? Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you guys?
Good evening.
Good evening, guys.
Good evening, good evening. Okay. Let's start.
Yes, we can start.
Okay.
Or need to wait 2 more minutes?
Yeah, we can. I think Myrna might be joining. Let's see. Okay, well, let's wait for 1 or 2 minutes.
Only 10 persons are there.
It's 9:04. We can start. If you guys, anyone has any doubts, anything you want to share with or discuss with, everyone can contribute. Okay. If anyone has tried that already, you can share your experience. Okay. So it's a um, platform where everyone can share their experiences. Okay. So any challenges anyone is facing, please share. If the data is not confidential, you can share it. Else, any dummy data if available, you can also we can also discuss on that dummy data.
Okay, Binit, let me start with my question.
Yeah.
So we have Tally operating in our office. So the customers, sales, all the suppliers, all the information, we are basically entering in the Tally system. Tally is a small software which we are using,
Hmm.
and so this data analytics, what we are learning, will be very, very useful, in terms of making good reports. Because Tally is like, if the person needs to know how to operate the Tally system. And also, as you know, the reports are all very hard coded, not that friendly. So directly, is there any way we could read from the Tally database if we know the tables, what information is stored? So can we extract directly from Tally into the Power Query or Power BI or whatever, and can we do the reports?
Okay. To be frank, there could be some connector, but I haven't tried it. But yes, I can check if some particular connector and if that connector is free or is it a paid connector. But definitely there should be an option to connect to the Tally. But I will check it and then I'll report, because as of now I don't have a ready-made solution for it, like which connector needs to be used for connecting Tally.
Okay, so if you find out that information, then it will be extremely helpful. So
Yeah.
probably,
Anyone else has tried to connect Tally in this group, they can also share your experience. But there should be some connector, Priya. But we'll check it. Okay. So
okay,
what connector we can use to connect Tally to retrieve the tables?
okay, that is
Mhm.
number one. And this Tally is not an in-house based server. Like it's not stored in our physical server. It is hosted in AWS cloud. So
Okay.
that is the
Okay.
next thing. Like, mhm.
It's in the Amazon cloud. Okay. So okay. So you have the URL for accessing it.
No, we don't have the URL. We basically use a VPN and
Okay.
get connected. AWS, they've given the VPN. So we use the
Mm-hmm.
VPN client, it gets connected, and the directories are mapped in the local system. So we directly go and access it. The app is installed in the local machine, and the
Okay.
data is connected to the AWS.
Okay. So your Tally is in cloud
Yes,
AWS.
yes,
Okay. And you're connecting using VPN. Okay.
yes,
Fine. We'll
correct.
check that. Okay.
Okay, thanks a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Vineet. I also have somewhat of a similar situation as well. So basically, what we have at our company, we have OneDrive. Okay, so I have, like, say, some of my files in OneDrive, and I'm trying to sort of connect it on Power BI desktop. But the thing is,
Mm,
sometimes I find that when I refresh data, for example, there are issues in trying to connect
mm.
to a particular file in OneDrive. So, have you found any kind of similar things, and maybe if there's a resolution to something like that?
Is it, I mean, we have connected to OneDrive and SharePoint. Comparatively from SharePoint, OneDrive is comparatively fast to retrieve the data. But exactly what message are you getting? Like if when you refresh it, means it is only happening occasionally, you are saying, right? It's not happening every time. It just
Uh,
happens
so,
occasionally.
so basically, what really happens is that when I'm creating a particular report, everything works fine. But after I've saved the PBIX file, and I go the next day and I try to connect, and I find some sort of a failure thing. Unfortunately, I don't really have a screenshot of the exact error message. But
Okay.
I just thought maybe I can. I mean, since Priya
Yeah.
brought around the same kind of topic in terms of her AWS system. So similarly, I have something like that in OneDrive as well. So perhaps if you
Okay.
know of any kind of a gateway, I tried to search something online, but they said that there's a way to do it through a gateway or something. And maybe if you've explored something like that, and perhaps if you can share something like that, that would be great.
And okay. Usually we have used the server gateways only, the direct connection. We can even combine. we can actually configure gateways in our personal machines also to set up the refresh schedules and all. But again, that is you need to download that on the online setup, and then you need to go through that installation procedures. But especially the error message which you are getting, if we can next time, if you can just take that screenshot of that message and share it on the either on the group, or you can email it, or you can share it next time what exactly the error message is, then we can actually find the issue. Like are you getting anything like loading error and with number of rows, the row count with how many number of rows did not get refreshed, something like that, if you remember the error
Yes, yes,
message?
it's something like that. It's something like that itself. I think it faces some kind of issue with trying to connect with the
Trying
file.
to connect. Okay.
Yes, yes. So
Okay.
that
Okay.
is
Okay.
what
Yeah, there
yeah,
are
that's
different
the
different issues could be. So we need to exactly look into what exact message you are getting, and then we can actually debug on it.
sure, sure, sure. So what I'll try to do is next time if I can come across, I mean if
Yeah.
I
Take a
can get the
screenshot, save
screenshot,
it.
yeah, that will be great. Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes. Sure. Yeah. Mhm. Yes. Anyone else want to share something? Mernal didn't join. Mernal was having some issue. He has shared the case on our group. I'm not sure if that is got sorted out.
Yeah, Vineet,
Okay.
okay.
Uh,
I shared one file in the common group.
yes, Ush.
It is actually a dummy data. I cannot share my company's data. Also, even if I want, I am unable to share because
No
it is
problem.
blocked in all sense. So, uh, can you open the file? I can
Okay.
describe a little bit.
Which file? And you actually had shared a
Dummy.
screenshot, right?
No, I shared the file in the chat box, meeting chat just
Uh,
now.
let me. Okay. One
It is
second.
showing Mr. Abdul Samad's name is coming.
I think you have shared the data on my personal chat, so I think you need to put it on the general chat box.
General chat box.
Is it an Excel or CSV file?
Excel file, Excel, yeah, XLS.
Okay.
How do you go to group?
So could you please send him a chat message so he can reply you
You
back on
just
that?
select. There will be two option. You just say meeting group chat, and then I think everyone will get that file.
Meeting group chat. Okay, sir. Yeah, I will share. Uh, can you see now?
Yeah, the me data. Yes, let me download it. Mhm. Okay, let me share my screen. Can you all see the screen now? Guys, you can see the screen, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay. So this is the data. Let me open this file first. Okay.
So
So
actually, I will describe a
down.
little bit.
Yeah.
It's like batch data. I mean, the run number 10, run number 11, run number 12. The
Mm.
columns on the top remain same, the same data we are recording, but at different
Mm.
point of times. For example, run 10 we did in 2016. It is very simplified data. That actual data will be in thousands. You collected
Okay.
some if you go on the top top header,
Mhm.
on this temperature, flow, all this number will change in every run. What I'm trying to,
Okay.
when I try to analyze, I want to see on days on stream, basically, if we say on 10th day or after 10th day, where I was in run number 10 versus where I was in run number 11 versus where I was in run number 12, simultaneously in a single graph, or maybe some parameter, we can directly compare different runs. Again, based
Mm.
on days on stream. This
Mm.
days on stream may be different every time. Say, for example, run number 10 may last 1 year, run number 11 may last for 2 years, run number 3 may be for 1.5 year. It can be anything. Same parameters we are recording. Only thing is the actual numbers are different every time, and that's what we want to compare. Okay, in run number 10, we were at a higher temperature or higher flow compared to where we are in run number 11 versus run number 12. So basically, I collect data in 3 different files, but does it make sense to combine together? But if I combine together, then also is a problem. I mean, how I will see parallelly all the three. So, or should I suffix all the tags on the top
So basically, for
based on the run
example,
number?
days on stream, for example, if you take days on stream 10, you want to
Mhm.
see what is the uh, uh, run
Say, for
value or
example, run number 10, if I say what was the average temperature in run number 11 versus what was the average temperature in run number 12 or run number 10 on same days on stream. So,
on same stream for different year.
yeah, I mean, because say, for example, run number 11 was in 2019, run number 10 was in 2017. I mean, it can be different dates.
Hmm. 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 Yeah,
So
that can be
simultaneously, I
compared.
wanted to see, I can have 3 different files, and then the trend will also be different. Actually, I will have to make 3 separate graph and see parallelly. I mean, I cannot see together all the three. It will be 3 separate
Hmm.
graphs actually. If I am able to do, okay, select days on stream 10, and then
Hmm.
compare, okay, run number 10, this was the average, number 11, this average, run number
Hmm.
12, this average.
Hmm.
At the same time, if I want to see.
You can do it. Uh, one thing, you need to combine all this run 10, 11, 12 all in one table, because
Okay.
date wise you will have all this day on stream. So you will have unique records. Okay. So 10,
Yeah.
11, 12, all you can combine into one. Then date table needs to have a separate master, date master. If you had attended the last session, or uh, were you there in the live session in the last Sunday?
No, last Sunday I was not there.
Okay. So basically, if a date master, because it is actually it's actually concept of modeling. If we have a proper date master from which we take the dates, we can generate any kind of series. Okay, and you can compare anything on YTD, MTD, or QTD, whatever type of comparison you want to do. Okay, you can generate a trend also. Plus, there is for this, what you are saying is we need to have some measures to be created properly, where only the
Yeah.
selected day on stream or selected run value can be compared at one given point, or in within one visual
Yeah.
itself.
When I okay, I want to, because actual date does not matter. What
Mm.
matters is days on stream. Say, for example, after 10th day where I was. So if I have 3 files separately, can I create
Mm.
relationship or no? Because when I try, Power BI say there, I mean, there is no relationship. I mean, you cannot make any relationship.
Even this one, okay, days on stream, it keeps on increasing for each day, you are saying, right?
Yes, say
For
for
example,
example, run number 12, it lasted maybe 1 year. Run number 10, it may not be exact number of days. It can be uh, 2 years, it can be 3 years, like that. I mean, based on how
oh,
long we ran that run.
okay. So what could be the unique combination? Uh,
Other
run
than days
number.
on stream, all numbers will be different every time because temperatures is different every time, and then dates anyhow is different. But days on stream, because every time we start, it is a restart for the like a stop clock. Again, it starts again from day number 0. So that's what
Okay.
is the
Okay.
thing which can be a common this thing. So
Basically, day on stream and this run can be a unique combination, right?
okay.
But but again, if it is a unique combination, you will not be able to join with
Other
this
than
one.
days on stream, everything else is unique actually
Yeah, because it
between
is every
different
run.
runs.
This is different run. This is run number 10. This is run number 11, and this is run number 12. Okay. And for you
Only
to create
days on stream can
this,
be a common factor. I mean,
so this doesn't matter. You're saying, right? This date.
yeah, it doesn't matter. I want to see after 10 days or maybe 30 days or 60 days where I was versus my previous runs. Maybe you can give answer next time. Maybe you can keep the file and then.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, let me create a trend of this dummy file. Okay. Yeah. Mainly, I think this two can be used, and in one table we can combine run 10, run 11, and run 12, and we can generate the trend out of it.
Yeah, this is simplified form. Otherwise, each data is maybe 15,000 rows.
Hmm. Hmm. Oh, each run will have 15,000 rows, you're saying?
Yeah, because I record every hour, and then columns are also 30, 40 columns. So
Will the days on stream will also repeat in one run?
no, no, because every
That
time
won't.
we start a
So,
run, it will keep on adding. I mean,
so say for example, if you are refreshing it in every hour, so days on stream, this is first same day record, or
no,
it's
it will
just is.
keep on add only. If you see left side the date, I have
Hmm.
shown you simplified. Forget about hours. For day
Hmm.
wise also, it will keep on adding.
Okay. So
The
day wise
last
also
row,
you're saying that the days on stream, this will not repeat again
it
in
will
one
not
turn.
repeat. Yeah. That's what we are seeing now. I'm saying that, okay, in this run, how long we can run, and then left side is the date, accordingly. So,
Okay. Okay. With this sample data, we will try to create some trend, and then we'll see, yeah, how if that would be useful. We'll combine
okay.
into one, and then if some measures needs to be created, we'll create it. Yeah, we'll try that.
Yeah, basically, relationship I was not able to build, and then
If it is just one
whether to
table,
merge
then
into single file or keep separate with the relationship. Only
for
DOS
run by
days on stream. So
But run can be we can create, even if we merge all this three into one table, we can create a separate table from this run column. We can create a unique values of run, and we can create a separate master just for using it as a slicer on the dashboard, so that we can
but
select
in
that
the single graph, I will be able to see if, say, for example, access is days on stream, why I
also
want
share.
to run 10,
uh,
11, 12.
Also, just draw your rough KPI and share with us, like how you want to see that in the graph. Okay, rough KPI, how you want to see it. Just draw
Anything is
it and
okay.
then
Just if you can plot temperature one, that also is at least similar
uh,
fashion. I can do remaining things.
otherwise we will create one sample, and then if
Mhm.
you see that if that KPI can help.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Mm. Okay, that we'll see and we'll check and revert, because right now creating it might take some time. Okay, anyone who has tried something and facing any challenge on the dashboards?
Hi Vinit, this is Vidya
Yep.
here. Yeah, this
Yeah,
is my
hello there.
first time in the doubt clearing session.
Okay.
So I was just going through the recordings which was
Mm.
provided. So I
Okay.
have this doubt, like when do we use Power Query screen and table view? So both gives the same results, or like in what situations we use table view in Power BI and Power Query screen both? Like
Okay.
I'm not sure which screen I have to navigate for which kind of
Okay.
scenarios.
Basically, Power Query is used only at the time of data cleaning. If you want to
Data
clean
cleaning.
your data, if you want to
Mm-hmm.
clean your data which is coming from any source and you want to clean it before you load it into the model.
Mm-hmm.
So Power BI you can consider it as a model. So once the data comes into this Power BI interface, this is your Power BI desktop. So if you see any table over here, that means now that table is part of your model. Okay. So Power Query window is only used for data cleaning, and if you want to restrict your data, for example, in your actual data source, your data is coming from 2015 until 2024. Okay, but you don't want to have all these years of data into your model. You want to compare maybe with previous year or maybe previous to previous year. So last 2 years or 3 years of data would be enough for your data analysis. So you may not import the entire data into your model. You will say, okay, whatever data is coming, just you will apply some filter that the year should be only last means year -2. So maximum 2024. So 2022 data or 2021 data is enough for me to load the data. So you're restricting the previous year's data into your model.
Mm-hmm.
So for that purpose, you can use Power Query
Okay.
to restrict the data. Okay. So that is one thing. So whenever you need that restrictions or any sort of cleaning, you actually click on this transform data and you open the Power Query editor.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and Power Query editor will not show you the entire data. For example,
Mm-hmm.
uh, if the data is coming from 2015 to 2024, there'd be a lot of data. So, say for example, it could be 1 million, it could be 500,000 or 10 million. So it depends, depending upon the size of your data. So all data will not be loaded in your Power Query. Power Query will just show you a sample of maximum 1,000 records, maximum.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so to see all your data, okay, once it is loaded into your model, you actually go to
Mm-hmm.
this table view. So once it is loaded into your model, you can see the entire data in this table view. So once you click on this table view, you will see the entire data. Even if it has 1 million records, you will be able to see all these 1 million records inside this table
Okay.
view. Okay,
Okay. So
that
adding
is it.
column, we take that action in table view, right?
Both in
Both.
adding
Okay.
table can be done on your Power Query
Mm-hmm.
as well as on your data model. Once your data is loaded into your model, here also you can add columns to it, but it is not recommended unless it is not possible to add it through Power Query. That's why you are adding into the in the data model is understood. But if that can be added through the Power Query, it is always recommended to do all this kind of additional adding of additional columns or anything should be done from the Power Query side itself. Why? Because we want to minimize the load of the data model. So once the
Mm-hmm.
data is loaded over here, we don't want to
Mm.
increase the server resources to create additional column in the table for any calculations and then using those calculated column for joining in another table. It actually increases the resource utilization on the main server. So
Okay.
try to minimize
Okay.
it. So we do all those sort of stuffs. If can be done on the Power Query side, we do it on the Power Query.
Okay. And in my Power BI, I was not able to find this sort option, sort button. I think it comes in table view.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to Google it, but then I was
On the
not able
visuals you are
to.
saying, or sort by column option in the table
In the table,
column.
yeah, in the table view, because there is this one section in the recording where Akhilesh does all the actions, sorting of date, not date, month,
Mm-hmm.
in the Jan, Feb, March. So in that
Mm-hmm.
order, if we want to sort, so there is this icon. So I was not able to find it, sort icon.
Basically, if I quickly show you, um, this is my Power Query editor window. Okay, when I click on this transform data, So now
Yeah.
let's say I'm actually creating this blank query, and I'm creating a calendar. Okay, so in
Okay.
that video, this might be imported from an Excel file, but that is
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Just show you how that works. M underscore calendar, M underscore date. So here we have got all the uh, values over here. Fine, and then say close and apply. Okay, now if I just take a table, right now we don't have any transactional data, but if we simply bring in the month name over here,
Yeah.
so now it is
Yeah, this
alphabetically
one.
sorted. Okay,
Yes,
so it is
yes.
alphabetically sorted. Why? Because if you go to your table, in the table, your all your month name is actually is a
Mm-hmm.
text value.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you don't want to sort this column with the text value. You actually want to sort this actually based on the month number. So January should get the preference, not April,
Okay.
right? So it should be sorted based on this 12 months. This 12 months should be get sorted based on our month number, this 12. So what
Month
we
number.
see
Yeah.
is actually we click select this month name, and here
Mm-hmm.
you will see on under the column tools, sorry, table tools. The moment you are actually inside the table or in the table view, you will see
Okay.
this option when you select a column. Then
Yeah.
you will use this
I
sort by
think I
column.
was not able
Hi,
to
please.
see this
Hi,
this option.
we can't hear you.
If you can share your screen, I can guide you. But otherwise, it should appear, and
Okay.
then once it is done, then it will automatically sort your data. You can see.
Okay. I'll recheck again. I
Yeah. If
do
you have
not
any
have the
doubts, you
screen.
can again share that. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Welcome. Yes. Anyone else? Okay. If if there is no more queries, I will let me show you one example which I was actually planning to show you last week, but was didn't complete because we couldn't get time. Someone had asked either in the live session or in the doubt session, I don't remember, but someone had asked how to do sum if in Power Query. Okay, so I had actually already shared this file with you in the last doubt session. PQ sum if. Have you guys received that file? If someone who were not there in the last session might miss it, but let me share this file once again if you just want to practice it. Okay, so I'm just sharing this file with everyone. Okay, so now it is available. You guys can check. Now, this is actually the file which I'm trying to show you. Just an example. Okay, so we have this name, salesman, locations, and their sales amount. And we want to get the sum if of each salesman on that location. Okay, so in Excel we're using the sum if we can get the total amount. But how can we do this within Power Query? If something is like we have this name list as well as a location, and want to get the respective totals from this entire data. Okay, so there are multiple ways of achieving it. One simple option is let's bring this data into your Power BI. So let's say I bring this data into my Power BI by clicking this Excel workbook. Sorry. sum if, and it will show me all the sheets as well as if there is any tables. It is showing me all the table names as well as the sheet 1 and sheet 2. So all are same. I'm just selecting the, let's say, table main data. Okay, so let me bring in only the table main data for now. So here is my Power Query editor window. Now, if I just want to make a unique list based on this name, salesman, and the location and their respective total amount, then I don't need to do any additional uh, logic or additional complex functions to do it. I can directly uh, do a grouping. Okay, I can group the data based on the name and the location, and I will say, get me the total sales amount. A simple function, a built-in function with an interface itself, I can do that. For that, what I can do is, this data is already, I'm in the Power Query editor window. I have loaded that data over here, and I can go to transform. Yeah, guys, you can mute yourself. So you can use this option under the transform group by. Okay, so if I click on group by, you'll see there's a basic option and there's an advanced option. Okay, basic option shows you only one column to be grouped. But if I click on advanced, it will give you an option to group with multiple fields. So right now I actually want to group it with based on name, as well as I want to group it based on my location as well. Okay, so name and location I want to group, and then I want to take the sum of sales. I can say sum of sales, and the operation is not count rows. I'll say sum. Okay, so this is one option, and I can say okay, and this entire data will be grouped. Okay, sum of sales, change type 1.2. This is okay. Is there any data? What is the error? Let's see. We cannot apply operator this to type text or
The
this.
last box, I think we didn't select what we have to sum in the group by
Group
box
by option, sum of sales, operation. Oh,
column.
okay. Selected the selection was wrong. So we need to select the sales column needs to be totaled up and say okay. So this is one option where you can simply group your data, okay, and you can get your sum of sales figures based on your name. Or if there is any other criteria, you can actually group them based on it, okay, and then you can get your data over here. That is one option. But again, imagine this is one source. I'm removing this grouping of data. This is one entire source of data, and you get this source of data from somewhere else, and you only want to get the totals for these many names and combinations. Okay, so you only want to get the totals against this name and this location. Okay, so this is an entirely different source or different table, imagine. So let me bring this table also over here first. So I'll go here and let me bring in the Excel workbook. So and this time we only want the table sum F. Okay, so here is your sum F, and now you want to add a column over here by checking for David for New York. What is the total sum of sales? So here David for New York, there is some figures. Then again you have David, New York, some amount. So wherever the name David comes and wherever the New York location or city comes, we need to take the sum of all those figures. So how to do that? By looking into this main data table, let's get a column with the total sales against this combination. Again, there are multiple ways for doing it. Okay, So let me take a copy. Do you know the difference between duplicate and this reference?
No.
If I, okay, see here, how many steps are there? Source, navigation, change type. There are 3 steps for this TBL SUMF. If I right click over here and if I say duplicate, so it has created a duplicate copy of this, okay, kind of copy only. But you'll see all the steps are again there. All the source, which source is being read, then what operations are being done. Every step is get duplicated. So entire duplication of this SUMIF table. But if I simply say reference, then you see that in this last one I have just taken reference. That means if you have applied 10 steps to clean this table, then I'm just referencing the last step. So whatever is your output on the last step, I'm taking that only. So here you can see it is just taking the output of this table SUMF. It is not again going back to the source file, reading the file, then again transforming the content and everything. So all those steps will not be repeated in the under the reference, but duplicate will repeat everything. So in every refresh, the file will be read twice. In the SUMIF also and in the SUMIF2 also it will be read. So all the steps will be repeated. But in the reference, once all the steps are executed in the table, then it is just taking the reference of that last step into this third table. So that is the difference between your SUMIF and duplicate and reference. So duplicate will duplicate all the steps, whatever you have done, okay, and reference will just refer the last step output which you have got from the previous table. So that's the difference between this duplicate and reference. So here in this case, let's just take the reference. I don't want to duplicate it. So here SUMIF and I'll just say copy.
Sir, I ask you. Here,
Yeah.
we do have a reference file. And is it possible us to disable this TBL submit? And whenever we are updating the master file in Excel, will it be auto and do the refresh button and will it be automatically updated the table?
It will not be automatically updated. You need to click on refresh
Yes.
to refresh to get the fresh data, or else if it is already scheduled on your Power BI service to auto refresh your Power BI at a regular interval, then automatically it will fetch the fresh data from your last saved file.
So how to establish auto refresh?
Auto refresh you need to schedule it. I'll try to do that in some time, because that you need to first set up your gateway to show you, or if I don't have right now the schedules. Let me see if I can show you. Let me finish this one, then I will show you the refresh schedule. Okay, so you can do it on the Power BI online service. There is a option to go to the security, and then from there you can refresh it. I'll try to show that if possible. So here, now you want to add a new column over here. So one option is, do you know, if I want to get a column from the other table, if I want to get a column from the other table, and if I can join the table with some conditions, then I can get the column value over here. So what option should I use? If you guys have attended any live sessions, or if you guys have already watched the recorded videos, then you might be knowing how we can get the data from another table. Can anyone tell me what is the option to get the data or column from another table?
Can relation help in this situation?
Yes, relation helps, but for the
Merging,
relation,
merging by
yes,
merging.
exactly, yes, merging, right? So we have seen we have learned that merging and appending options in our sessions. Okay, plus in the recordings also you can see that there is a merging and appending videos over there. So we can merge the data with table main with name and location. Okay, name and location, and then we want to get the corresponding sales amount. So how will we do that? It will not be a direct total. So let's do this exercise first. So if I want to join it, I will say merge queries. Under the merge queries, so this is the table which I am going to join. With which table? I want to join with my table main data. What are my matching criteria? Name to name, that is perfect. But we also want to join location with location, right? So we need to select the second parameter as location, and here the second parameter as location. So we want to match this name and location combination. This combination needs to be checked in the other table. So by pressing Control, we can select the two columns in the table 1 and pressing Control the two columns in main table. So this is my matching criteria, and then it will actually, based on that, it can give me the exact result. So for example, if I click on OK,
Maybe the question is, it always we need to select the first file as master file and second file as transaction file.
sorry, I lost you in between. Can you repeat it?
My question is that when we are merging it, whether we need to, is there any rule we need to select master file first, then the transaction file second?
Okay, there is no such rule, but when you are on any table, so for example, I am on this table, okay, and I actually want to add something on this table. I want to bring in another column onto this table. So automatically this table becomes the first table to which you are actually joining the other table. So it is not always necessary that master table should come top. Normally master table comes at the bottom, normally, in normal scenarios. Okay, in this example, it is coming at the top because I want to add something over here, the other way around, because there are multiple figures, because for David and New York, it is not just one single value, there will be multiple values. Okay, so we will see how to get that sorted out here. But otherwise, normally what happens, if I want something, say, for example, this is my main table, and against this location, there is a country.
My leg. I made this leg to this world.
Guys,
It
please
was in my
mute
stomach.
yourself.
This leg was. Why?
Hello, guys, please mute yourself, please. Yeah, so if it is something like you have a master where you have the city and the country, and I want to bring in the country column over here, then in that case, actually what you can do is you select this table and then you click on add column, and then you will have the other master on the second table, and then you will directly bring in the country as a third column, and it will be a direct value, one single value against every country, every city or location. That is direct. Now, this is something which we have not tried, and might be a little tricky over here, but let's see how we get the data from the main table, and we want to actually get it, the sum of it. So here we go. Add column, and sorry, not add column. We were in the merge. And here we want to merge it with the table main data. So name and location, we want to get this combination. Here also name and location. So now we'll get all the possible combinations of this unique combination of David and New York from this table. And if I say OK, you will see that a new column gets added. Okay, and its data type is table, because for David and New York, it is not just one single value. Instead, it is actually, there are multiple values. You can see over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 rows which actually matches with this combination. And we are actually interested in this sales data, and actually want to sum this column of sales, and we want that as a final output as a column. One option is we can expand everything over here and then only take the sales column, but then this will also get repeated, and then we need to total it up based on our group by. That is one option. Second option is I actually want only the sales column of every row. You can see this is AV and Chicago. So you have this combination, all the combinations, rank and Philadelphia. So all these combinations, we actually want only the sales column. So what I can do is from here, actually I can go add column and custom column. And under the custom column, this is the table main data column, which is containing the tables. And this table contains a column called sales. So if I double click this, and if I put in bracket, I just want the sales column. Let's see what it gives. Right now, there is no error in the code. I actually want only this table mains data sales column. Okay, so this sales column, actually it will try to combine it as a list. See here, a new column is got added and it only shows you the sales column value. Okay, it is only showing you the sales column value. So what we did, we actually said, give me this table main data's sales column only. Okay, and now since it is a list, there is a built-in function in Power Query called list dot sum. So sum of this list is what we are actually looking for. So okay, sum of sales can be the header. And say okay. So here you go. So instead of expanding this and then again grouping it based on the name and location and then taking the sum, you can use this simple technique also to get the column in which you are looking for and the sum of that column value if it is a numeric value, and if it is something called min max something, you can get that. So this is again one option. Okay, similarly the other option is very much similar to it, but this is pure M. Like for example, add custom column here in this table itself. If I want to add it, I'll say sum if column, and here actually what I want to sum if, I actually want the sum if of this basically David and New York combination from this table main data. If I simply write the table name from this table name, you can see that I get this table combination. Now this table is not matched with anything. There is no condition. It is the entire table is copied over here. Entire table in every row when I just write it. I have not put any condition. I just brought in just the table name over here, just the name of the table, and the entire table is coming under against this column. That is not a solution for me. Now under this table main, I want to select some selected rows only. So if I say there is a function called table dot select rows. Okay, table dot select rows. And from this table, what do you want to select? Let's say I want to give a name to this table. I just don't want to type in every time this uh, full table name. Let me, why this? Okay, not coming. Okay. Let's say if I just say X is my table name, and this is a syntax. Okay, so don't worry about it. This is just I'm showing an alternate method. There are different approaches which you can use. Anyone which you feel comfortable, you can use it. So X such that X name is equals to name. Okay, so this X is nothing. See, it is showing an error because you need to put it on normal brackets. So let's say this is my inner table. This is my inner table, and this is my outer table. So I'll say X as inner table. I can give any name. Okay, inner tables just for our reference. Inner table. Inner table name is equals to outer table's name. And bracket close. Then what happens? This entire row will get reduced. Now it will only show for David, only for David. Okay, New York condition we have not written. Yes, but only New Yorks are available. That's why it is showing up. For example, here, all combinations are Jack, San Antonio. All these are same location. But if I go back to my Excel file and let's say the Frank David is coming again. So here let's say San Antonio, and here let's say I put David as Phoenix location. Let's say I've changed these two, and let me save this and come back over here and let me refresh the data. So let's say in David, we'll see that San Antonio and Phoenix, but I only want this New York data only. I don't want the San Antonio and Phoenix. So what I will do is here, I'll put another condition and inner table location is equals to location. So now I'm saying that this location should be equal to that location and say okay. So now if I check, I will get only for New York. Okay, so likewise for every row, we'll check the name as well as the location. And once we get this names and locations and the table, here I can just put the column value. I want actually only interested in the sales column. So if I put it in square bracket that I only want the sales and not everything, then it will become a list. And then I'll get only the sales column. And once it has got a list value, I know that I can just put it up a list dot sum to get the total of this, and in one go we get the totals of it. This would be similar to what we will see over here, 9561. Here also it should be 9561, same values. Okay, so 9561, this is our exact table what it is doing, and this is the other way combination, so both values will match. So there are multiple ways of reaching to that solution. Okay, so these are three or four different methods which I showed you. For grouping the data, you can simply use the group by option to merge it. There is an advanced option and then you can group it. Else, you can also use the other way to, if there is a separate table where you actually want to join it, you can actually use the merging option by using the criteria and then merge it. And once you get the table, you have an option to get the table column name by just putting over here the column name as in square brackets. Column name should be put in square brackets. Once you put that in square brackets, it automatically gets converted into list. And once it is get converted into list, then you can sum the list by using the list.sum and you get the values. Okay.
Vineet, instead of writing the syntax and all, can we use the merge and then the grouping option for this kind of thing? Because we
Yes.
might
Yes.
not be able to do the syntax and all.
Yeah, perfectly. Yes, exactly. That's why I showed you the first two options, the grouping, the first option. Group by itself can actually give you all the options to group it, and it will be actually mainly done on the main table itself. But again, if you are not doing on the main table also, no problem. In the, see for example here, if I, let me duplicate, take the reference of it, and just, let's say I don't have this column, let me remove this. So here we go. This is the table and with which I actually want to merge with the main table. So what I will do is I'll go to home, merge, and these two combinations with my main table. These two combinations, I'm merging it and I get a table. So now even after getting the table, I can expand it over here also. So if I expand it and I don't want this, so I only want the sales column. If I click it, then again, for each row, all the sales table will get repeated again and again. Okay, so for all this, David New York will be repeated again and again. So where is this David New York? David New York for Yeah, David New York is repeated again. So for every record, it will be repeated again and again. And then what I can do actually, I can again go back to transform and select the entire table, group by, and then here I'll say by name as well as by location. I want the sum of sales. If you get the same result. So no formula, nothing. You don't need to get into that calculations. So there are different approaches. From here also you can get it. Same, but only thing is you just adding one or two more steps, but doesn't matter. Whichever is comfortable for you. I showed you all possible ways. You can try it. Yeah. So directly you can join it, or you can bring it into this table, and then you can actually bring in the list column value, and then you can sum it. Or in one go itself, you can actually get that by having it in the sumif column. Okay, by using that formula, but formula would be slightly complex for you at the initial stage. You can focus that later on. Right now you can focus only on the group by options to get the totals, or the merge options to get the data from the other table. So these two can help you out only when it is required to group by. Otherwise, mainly we don't group by on the main query itself, because all this grouping and getting the totals are possible in your visualization directly. So you don't need to get it unless there is some requirement. Yeah, like you want to show some custom tooltip to show up some values in grouped figures and grouped manner. Then there are some cases where we require this group by to group the data within the Power Query and load it into the model. Okay.
Vinit, I wanted to check with you on one flow. See, all the learnings what we have done in past 3 weeks. One is Excel, then the Power Query, and then the Power BI. So I took the live example of my own company, because we have the sales data of last year and this year, which gives all the products and everything. So what my intent was, I wanted to take some of the specific products and then do the in a tabular form or in a Power BI form, the last year sales versus the targets for this year, and then what is the actual going on month by month. So what I went with all this, I can share my screen also. So I took the Excel sheets of the basic sales dump of last year and this year, and then I
Okay.
all the like product sales with mapping with the master. If you are okay, I can share my screen just to check with you
Yeah,
whether the flow is. Hmm.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I worked on one workbook in which all the sheets were there. So this was my
Hmm.
basic sheet of sales dump. Say, 1 second, I minimize this, and then I went to the Power Query and made this sales as a connection only. Then what I did, this was the UM, means I took the specific products and then made
Hmm.
the category, and then the
Okay.
UM means, like if there are 24 pieces for one product, I want this
Hmm.
in cartons.
Hmm.
I did the formula, and then this
Okay.
was the
Got it.
UM master which I made, unit of measurement.
Unit of measurement. Okay. Okay.
And then the product sales was done. The source was the sales dump of this year, sales FY.
Mm-hmm.
Then I expanded my UM like this. Yeah, it fetched the
Okay.
categories, added columns, calculated months, inserted, renamed columns, grouped rows. So I
Hmm.
grouped it like this. Yeah, this is how I grouped.
Okay.
So I took quarter distances and sum of all the uh, this thing quantities for one specific product as per the categories. So in one
Mm-hmm.
particular product category, there will be multiple of products. So I wanted one particular category to be done like this. So grouping has been done, sorted, filtered. So this is my for this year quarterly and the categories and month wise, and this is the sales. So
Can
now
you go to
where I
source
got
again on that previous table? Go to the source.
source is my
Source tab.
basic sales.
Source is nested join. Okay.
Source is my
From
sales
is
dump of this year and
FY25
then the
sales
UM.
dump. Okay.
So I
Mm,
merged it
mm,
then.
Okay.
So I
And
use
then
the
after
basic merging
the unit
and
of measurement, you're using it in for the calculation here.
unit of measurement is my master, which I made, which I
Yes.
showed like
Yeah,
this unit.
I saw that. And then in this table, you are actually using that column for any calculation or any
No, it's just the summation of unit of measurement.
summation of okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Okay.
And then this was my targets for this year, which I did it. So
Okay. This is the target table. Mm-hmm.
so now I so I matched the target versus the actual for this year. I could not do last year in this because my target is for this year. So first I made the this as one table which shows target versus the actual for this year. Last year I could not do it. Again I did the grouping of the rows like this.
Okay. So here, as a in the actual source, you don't have the dates. You have just Q1, Q2, Q3 for
No, 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 no.
for
No,
this
in the
example,
actual
financial year
sales
25.
dump, I it's Q1 I had to put in because
Can you go
in
back
our
to
Indian
sales
system,
FY25, the first table, the sales FY25, the first one?
this I have to add up
Okay,
because
you have your billing date,
yeah, yeah,
invoice date is there, right?
yeah, it's only the billing date
Okay.
which comes.
Okay, and this sales FY25 and FY24 is a combination of the previous year data, the fourth last table.
This one,
This one, sales FY24, sales FY24.
this one made the append file
Mm, mm,
sales
mm, mm,
and
mm.
but this is not of much use for me because I
Mm.
don't want the entire last year and this year, so this is not much of relevance. I've just kept it like this.
Okay, okay. Basically, if you just join the sales FY25 with your date master, okay,
Mm.
if you bring in one date master also over here, then even your quarterly achievements, everything can get it from the date master itself.
Date master. Okay.
Yeah, you can actually improve this model a bit. Right now, also it is good. Means you tried your best. Means the way you have combined it for your easy comparison. But again,
Mhm.
you can just minimize some number of tables again from this model. Or you can optimize
Date
further by
master
having a
means like month and quarter I can make the master like this.
from the main date master, not from the actual sales FY25, not from the date column, the billing date column. No, the date master table separate.
Okay.
With that date
Okay.
master table, join the date with your billing date,
Okay.
and only in your automatically in your reports, your Q1 data, Q2 data, everything will automatically get compared. Plus, even you can actually match it with your target value of 24 or 25, whatever it is. Target
Oh.
table data doesn't come with the month. Even if it is doesn't come with month, you have. Can you show me the target table? FY25 products target FY25
Mm,
fifth table
FI say
in Excel.
sorry targets.
Yeah, this one. Yeah. Go to source. The first step.
This I actually had put in manually in my in this is the Excel sheet here.
Excel sheet file. Okay. So it comes as it's a quarterly target. You're saying, right?
Yeah. It's quarter only.
So you don't measure it month by. month-wise.
Not required. Not required.
But again, even if you, means just for asking,
Mhm.
even if you in quarter, let's say if you just select the month, Jan or something for Q1, can it be divided equally? The quarterly target can be equally divided against the
Yeah, it
months.
can be. Yes, it can be done.
Then you can easily map it with the date
Mm.
master,
Okay.
and you can have your quarterly target as well as quarterly actuals.
Monthly. Mm. So now this was one which I made, product targets versus the actual, and then
Hmm.
I took this
Vinit,
file and then
hello.
made the versus last year.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, Atul.
Yeah, Vinit sir. Uh,
Oh.
the data he's showing, none of his table is showing dates as calendar.
Hmm.
So how we link this master date sheet
Then
with this one?
he has converted that dates into quarters, and then he excluded the dates in his final step. But if he retains that, that's why I was actually asking him to click on that source step where the dates are there in the sales FY25. The source step, you'll see that their date columns are there. So
But
if you
but the
have that
data
date columns, then
data type is showing ABC, not like a calendar or something for the quarter one,
can you
quarter.
go back to sales? Quarter one, quarter two is okay.
It's
But
okay.
if you say sales FY25, go to source, first step. It is billing date is a date type. Okay.
Oh, okay, billing date
So
is.
see, is a date. It means right now it is when it is imported, it is not showing you the date, but in the next step in the change type one, it is automatically converted, I think, into a proper date format. The third step it is.
Billing date.
Yeah. So third step it is actually converting into a date. So once it is a date, then you can generate once you map it to your date master, then you get automatically your Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, whatever it is, or the names of the month and year combinations. So that's the advantage of having that date master. You can play around with all your time intelligence functions easily, and even you can bring it into your charts or visuals, or even in Excel, the pivot tables easily for all your trending purpose. Everything will
Does
be
it
easily.
go with our Indian system because our Q1 starts from April? So will
It's
is there any option?
there is a function even Power Query as well as in Power BI to create your financial year. You can define your financial year. Your Q1, Q2, Q3 can come automatically based on the financial year logic which you can put. Okay, there
Mhm.
are functions for it. Predefined function. Even if you search it, you will quickly get it. How to define a. I also had that. If I look into it, I will share it here. In Power BI also you have function, as well as in Power Query also you can create your quarter accordingly, depending upon what is your financial year.
Okay. So what I have done is now this all is created. I have done most of them in connections only because not required,
Mm.
and then it will
Okay.
be loading only in the targets versus actual versus last year, and the product
Okay.
the customer wise sales
Yeah.
also I have done one. Now what I'm doing is I made it this same query. I put it in this Power BI. So I
The
made,
model you brought it into
yes,
this
same.
Power
So
BI.
I
Okay.
need not do anything in the queries here because it's
Mm.
already
Yeah.
cleaned up. Everything is connected. So I just
Mm.
loaded the entire workbook here,
Required
and
data.
then
Okay.
I made this three things: month-wise sales, and then the actuals versus last year. So this gives me whatever the
Okay.
product categories I need. It will give me quarter one, quarter two like this.
Okay. Okay. Mm.
But one now this is getting so much complex. I just wanted to check with you now if I transform data here in this and say check my one of the uh, this is open, that's why it shows error. I need to close this.
Mm. Mm. Click on refresh.
Showing.
I'll just click on the Power Query window.
Where here?
Transform data. Yeah, here. And the-
Mm.
okay, so here, if you just click on refresh preview here itself with the menu, the
Right.
home,
Yeah,
let it
now
load.
it's okay.
Okay.
Now it's okay.
Mhm.
Here I should. There are many, yeah, these are the many tables which come. Now I'm confused how to read all this, because this is entire sheets, but it's like duplicate also, or how it is. This is a kind. So
This is that
which,
workbook. In that
yeah,
workbook, you have okay, a lot of tables, name ranges, multiple things would be there. Yes, okay. So it is showing up everything. So
yeah.
one thing is you can make it, and you actually are filtering looking for only one table from this, or you are extracting
I'm,
multiple
I'm
tables?
no, I'm looking for these three things.
Tables only. Okay, and
One,
you are filtering it in the next step. In the navigation, if you go, you're filtering it for one where the item name is product month FY25 sales. Yes, okay. So you're filtering only that table.
like this. So
Yeah.
category
Mm.
months, and this is the sales for this year as per the
Mm.
category.
Mm.
But from which sheet it is taking, I'm not able to get this.
Click on the navigation step,
This is product month. This one.
FY25 sales. So if you go to
Um,
source again,
uh,
click on the item column, third column.
mm,
So here you are applying the filter of that FY25, the row number 10, I think.
yeah, product month. Yeah, product month FY25 sales. This
Yeah.
one.
Mm.
Okay, but how about these last ones? What are these? External data 1, 13, 14.
They are hidden contents in your data. I mean, in your Excel sheet. There will be a lot of contents by default. Some are hidden. Some we
Mhm.
don't able to see. You can see underscore XLNM. These are all we don't see them. These are all hidden content of Excel file.
Okay.
So basically, your Excel is actually a combination of complete XML content. So it contains a lot of XML data and combined it into your Excel look. So
So
there are a lot of things which is hidden,
I can
and
look
some
only
of
for
them.
the sheets in that
Yeah,
in this case.
yeah. First step is actually look only for the sheets. But again, here not everything might be you have loaded into your sheet, because you have only connection only some content, right? And then
Yeah.
you are bringing into your reports. So if you are directly bringing on those tables, then you can look onto the table and then the item name based on which you can filter it up.
I think even if this sales FY25 is connection only, it is showing here as sheet, but
Sales
it is showing
FY25.
hidden false. Hidden means true and false means what
So
does it
sales
mean?
FY25, can you go back to your Excel sheet? This sales FY25 is what the sheet which we are seeing over here,
Yeah, this
the
one.
sheet
Yeah.
name. So it is actually visible, right?
Yeah. No, it is visible, but in the queries and connection, I've made it connection only.
Right click on it.
Right click.
And load to. So only create connection. And right now you have here the data in the sheet sales FY25 also. And go back to your Power Query there.
Sorry.
Sales FY25 is a sheet. Okay. And sales FY25 is a table also on the 25th row if you see.
Yeah, what is this?
So this is
Dash.
your connection. This is your
Ah.
connection table, I believe.
Hmm.
And other one is the sheet name which is being brought in. There's a sheet name also with sales FY25.
Sheet name is what? 1 second.
Here on the
Yeah, it
bottom
is sales underscore FY25. This is a table name.
table name. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Yeah. So should I like delete some of them or let it, because if I delete
In the next step, automatically you are looking only for the sheet or table in which you are looking for to import to your Power BI. So it doesn't matter.
Okay.
In the navigation, you are already filtering up everything, and you are only
Right.
looking for the table which you actually want to load.
Okay. So it's not so much complicated, right? This thing is okay for me to pursue in this kind of
This is
format.
okay. Yeah, but only thing is, I was just suggesting you can optimize it further later on.
Yeah.
But again, then there will be some rework again. But you have already done it. So at your spare time, you can try to optimize it later on by bringing in your date master and joining them. So then a lot of
Good thing
steps which you
is,
have performed on the Excel side can be reduced.
okay. So good thing what I have to do is I just add up my sales, say every week. I will just add up here. It is updated up to 11th. From tomorrow, so maybe by weekend, if I add up and then I do the refresh, everything gets refreshed, even Power BI and all. In Power BI, I have to go and then refresh, and this
You
will
do
be done.
refresh Excel.
I've
Yes.
published it and given it to the people.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Anyone else have any doubts?
Vinith, I have one
Yeah.
doubt.
Yeah.
So I'm just a beginner, so maybe I'm sounding foolish, I don't know. So
No,
in this Power Query Editor, in the last example, what was shared, so all the graphics and colors, everything were done there, the representation, right?
the Power BI in the Power BI.
In the Power BI, okay.
Mm,
So
yeah.
in order to publish it, we can directly do from there, or should we bring it to
Yeah.
Excel and then publish?
No. In the Power BI itself, you have an option to publish it to the online service. And there you actually need to sign in first, or you need to have an account on Power BI service, which you already have, I believe. Okay. So if you're talking from the perspective of where I mean, company's perspective, then you already should have an account, the company email ID. With that company email ID, you will have your service automatically on the Power BI. On the Power BI on cloud, you will have an account, and to that account, you can publish it. Okay, for that, again, you don't need a license for publishing it onto your own personal account. But from there, if you want to share with other people, then you need to have your license. And that, again, I believe in the company will have that license to share it with your colleagues. Pro license, at least, bare minimum.
Okay, I'll come back when I'm in that stage.
Sure. So only on the sharing stage you need that licensing. Otherwise, for creating and publishing, you don't need.
Okay. So the same representation, what has been done in Power BI, can automatically be brought to Excel sheet?
Yes. You can directly download into your PowerPoint if you want to show it as a presentation. Okay. And in Excel also, you have an option called Analyze in Excel. option in the online Power BI cloud. So in Analyze in Excel, what happens is you don't download the entire visualization. Instead, you actually download the entire model. But then you need to create your Power Pivot and all. Those Excel charts are different. You cannot directly bring in the Power BI visuals into Excel charts. Okay, so you need to bring in the model and then you need to create your own analysis in Excel. So you can bring the way you create everything on Excel and then you bring it into your Power BI. Similarly, you can create the entire model on Power BI and you can bring it back to your Excel. So for that, you need to have that Analyze in Excel option to download the entire model. But again, for the visualization, usually you can download it into your PowerPoint. And from PowerPoint, you can have either a sample image or you can have the live connection directly to your data sources. So it will be an interactive chart, interactive dashboard, which you will be bringing or downloading it into your PowerPoint. In the PowerPoint slide also, you can have keep that interactivity when it is a live connection.
Okay. So, when it last last Sunday was week 4, so I didn't have time to attend it. I'll watch the sessions. So after that, how many weeks are more like to have the complete overview? It
Basically,
just
the
goes
next
on
one,
week by week, or how is that?
yeah, it is actually a cycle. Once it is completed, again it will start from scratch. Again, the Power
Okay.
BI session will start. Yeah.
Okay,
So
how many weeks are there
then
to complete the cycle?
usually 5 to 6 weeks, it would be over.
Okay,
One
okay,
one cycle would be over.
okay, understood. Okay, got it. Okay, thanks, Vinit.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, guys. So shall we wind up for today?
Vinit,
Yeah.
last time in our class, I have requested and I need your support. I have some data, but it's complete data. I would like to get your support tomorrow. Is it possible? 10 or 15 minutes maximum.
Yeah. Not, can you do one thing? Can you write to Akhilesh? Okay, because one-on-one sessions he will plan. Okay, so depending upon means if it is something very confidential or which we cannot share in our normal doubt session, then let's just have a session with a plan. Write an email to either Akhilesh or you write it into the supported data sense and it will be communicated with Akhilesh. Then he will plan and then we'll plan a session then. Yeah.
Okay.
Because one-on-one usually we will also need to make our schedule accordingly. Okay.
Agree.
Yeah. So, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
See you. See you next week. Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Vinit, sir.
Vinit.
Very informative.
Thank you. Thank you, Akash. Thank you.